Hello, hello. Chase the Traveler with a new episode. I know you hate that. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's talk about why Japanese women cheat. Do Japanese women cheat? Yes, they do. Do we cheat? Yes, we do. So are they any different than anybody else? No, they aren't. But, of course, what kind of lady is most likely to cheat? Let me tell you, I've been cheated on by a very special lady. I've cheated too. So I can't say that my mic was off. So I can't say that it's something that Japanese people do and that we don't do, or that Japanese ladies are the only ones that do it and we don't do it. No, that's not true. But let me tell you, if you're in this situation, you're most likely to get cheated on. Okay, a lot of ladies, it's not about how hard you work. It's not about that at all. It's about spending quality time with your lady. And some of these ladies out here, if you neglect them, meaning if you're out bringing home the bacon, but you're never at home, or you're just working, you're never there, the likelihood that your lady's going to find someone or your lady's going to find someone else's bacon, I had to think about that, is extremely high. I mean, I knew a guy that pretty much, he was working all the time. And because he was working all the time, he thought that he was doing what he was supposed to do. He's working, he's making money, and but he was barely ever home. And again, the relationship started out wonderful. It was perfect. It was fantastic. But when you're sitting out there and you're never ever home, that lady will stray. And 30 years ago, it wasn't really that difficult to meet people because, I mean, no. What I mean is that 30 years ago it was more difficult to meet people. It was more difficult because you didn't have apps. You didn't have apps.
Hello.
Hello.
Where are you from?
From the United States.
Where about?
New York City.
New York City.
Yes,
You
sir.
Brooklyn?
No, Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
From
if
Manhattan.
1 month, how much? One studio.
One studio in Manhattan?
Yeah, no.
Probably right now maybe $3,000.
Very expensive, isn't it?
Very, very
Yeah,
expensive. yes.
Japanese this area.
Japanese.
400 US. Very cheap.
Very cheap in Japan. Right?
Yeah.
$400,
this area,
right?
400.
$400.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, very wonderful, isn't it? Very comfortable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, listen, let's
Yeah.
talk again. I'll come back.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Thank you, sir.
Would you like something to drink?
No, not now, but later on maybe I'll
Yeah,
come back.
okay, no problem.
Okay,
Come
thank
here,
you.
No problem.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. I'll go back there and have a drink later on. But anyway, like I was saying, so this guy, he was out there working hard, trying to bring home the bacon. He had a kid and everything. But then His wife thought that it was more important for him to be home and not really worried about making money. So therefore, she ended up getting some bacon from someone else. And that's something that you got to think about. Now, there are other instances where you have a guy, they get along, but you have a couple, they get along, but he's home, but he's always sleeping. He works at night. And when he gets back, he's tired. And because he's tired, what does he do when he gets home? He sleeps. So pretty much when he's home, he's sleeping. So she's just looking at him. She's just looking at him. So she's going to be getting somebody else's bacon. So you kind of have to be there. You kind of have to handle your business at work, but you also have to be able to handle your business at home. Meaning that you got to be home and you got to be entertaining your lady. It's not just about going out to work, working, and bringing home some money. Man, let me get a drink. No, I'm not looking for alcohol. Man, there's nothing but alcohol over here. I'm looking for juice. I think I have to look elsewhere. That's the thing about Japan. You don't need ID if you're going to the vending machine to buy alcohol. So, like I was saying, you have to be paying attention to your lady. If you're not paying attention, if you're constantly out or you're constantly sleeping, you're going to have trouble. It's not just about working and sleeping. Now, obviously, not everybody's going to do that, but the chances of this happening is quite high if you just have home time and you don't have enough entertaining time. Meaning you're not entertaining your lady the way you used to. And this especially happens if she's not tired. So if you're out there, she's not tired, then most certainly you are going to have a problem with some type of cheating spouse. Now, if you have a lot of kids with the same woman, that might not happen as much because she'll be tired just like you. So, what needs to happen is you and your spouse need to have the same level of energy. If she's tired and you're tired at the same time, then you're probably going to be okay. But if you're tired and she's not tired, you're probably not going to be okay, and you probably do have to worry about her getting the bacon from somebody else. So most certainly, it is important that you take that into consideration, where you kind of have to be around her with a lot of energy most of the time. Because if you're at home and you're just sleeping, most likely you might be bringing home the bacon, but somebody else is getting the bacon. You don't want that. You don't need that. And that can most certainly happen. So, I would say that you have to be able to keep the same vibes you had when you were dating. And you most certainly do not want to be on different energy levels where she's constantly wanting to do something and you not being able to do that. That's not going to work. And of course, obviously, if you have someone who's very secretive with her phone, then that should definitely raise alarm bells. If you are with someone and she doesn't like you touching her phone, or she's like nervous when you have it, if you ask to make a phone call because your phone doesn't have any batteries, or your phone, and she makes a fuss about it, then you could be in trouble. Somebody else could be getting that bacon. So of course, I'm not saying that this happens to everybody. I'm not saying that everybody's going to experience this. What I'm saying is that don't think that you're going to be able to remove yourself from a situation where you might get cheated on. So, of course, I would say that the main culprit is time, not enough time, working too much, sleeping too much, and not paying attention. So if you recognize that person, then you might definitely be in a situation that you do not want to be in. So think about that. Think about that. I mean, finding a good woman in Japan is not easy. I mean, finding a good woman anywhere isn't easy. So imagine you find the good lady, and then you think you're doing something wonderful by working all day long, and then you have an excuse to sleep all day long, then you most certainly might not be in the situation that you think. So, what's a man to do? What is a man to do? Especially when you're out there thinking, okay, I'm working. She should be happy. No, she's not happy. Some people don't care about that. It's a shame, but they don't. So, of course, I would say that again, you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention, and you can't be too busy. I know I've said that before, but I'm just saying it again. You know, it's interesting being in this place. Things are getting better. Things are changing. The neighborhood is definitely improving slowly. But, you know, there is no perfect neighborhood, whether it's in Japan or whether it's in any other country. And definitely, it's good to see that things are changing here for the better. Definitely, most certainly. And honestly, that's one thing that I appreciate about Japan. You know, you can walk in places like this and all of a sudden you're not really tense. But you should be. But you're not. Anyway, I guess my time is almost up. So, Chase the Traveler with an episode on which Japanese ladies are likely to cheat. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next episode.